Just noticed that the comments on my gem harvest video is exactly 69. Hey, I told you this isn't a channel for kids, but no one will listen to me. Not gonna lie, Stephen Bomb 5 has been one of my least favorite slabs of episodes. Now, I'm not saying it was bad, I'm just saying I personally did not give a fuck what was happening, not at all. I've been straight up battling myself on whether to review each episode or just the whole damn bomb. But damn it, I do not have much Steven Universe episode reviews under my belt, so we're doing this! Okay, right off the bat, we are greeted with one of the teased images. I like how all promotional pictures came from within the first 2 minutes of the show. At first, we see Steven constantly crying from his dream relating to this place. And then later in the episode, we see him cry buckets as he got closer to the palanquin.
Actually, it's pronounced palanquin.
I initially thought at first that this was perhaps Rose crying from within Steven, like she was crying or Steven was crying from the memory of what happened, what Rose did. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, there's still 10 more minutes of this episode to be reviewed. We see Steven have another one of his legendary fights with the crystal gems. P.S. Amethyst's hair is straight up fire. I love this ponytail. It's sassy and cute without even trying. That look so suits her. You go, girl. A running gag people have with Steven Universe is that Steven doesn't like to ask the gems the basic of questions to know what's going on. But here we see that Steven really does ask questions, but he just never gets answers. And maybe out of respect for the gems, or Garnet and perhaps Pearl, he doesn't press them for answers because unlike humans, they won't understand or feel the need to explain anything. The last time we saw a fight escalate like this was back in Warp Tour when the gems wouldn't believe Steven about what he saw. Wow. Look how far we've come from that. We see Pearl again upset at the topic of Pink Diamond, or more specifically when Steven said,
I already know Mom shattered her, so what is it about this that you can't tell me?
You see that reaction? That's off-putting. Why does Pearl act this way whenever someone mentions Rose sharing Pink D? For a while now, except for 1 or 2 episodes, we haven't seen much character development from Pearl's side of things. What with Bismuth, the Cluster, Peridot's arc, the Rubies, Steven in space, you get me? I feel something substantial is coming in that regard. I don't know what Pearl's hiding, I just can't put my finger on it, but I can't wait to see it happen. Pearl may not be my favorite gem, but she is hands down the most interesting and intriguing. Watching this whole altercation made me feel how Connie looked. Very, very uncomfortable. Seriously, in this situation, who was like Amethyst? How can you enjoy this? And the worst part is, we the viewers want Steven to do this, to disobey the gems, to find the truth, despite Garnet's very clear warning. This is amazing writing and storytelling. I don't know about y'all, but I wanted Steven to throw all caution to the wind and search for answers. And now we know why we should always listen to the person with freaking future vision. And then the talk between Steven and Garnet just effing broke my heart. Gah!
I know.
But in hindsight, Garnet should have just said, "Don't go, Steven, cause if you do, the crystal gems will be discovered or your dad might get abducted." Very simple words. I also thought this was a Pink D reference, but no, it connects to Garnet's mortal fear of Blue Diamond. Addie makes a reappearance, which I loved. The whole montage of them in another country and culture was also really well done, visually appealing and funny, and it actually fit into the episode despite it being a serious one. This is my fave look out of all of them, and this scene killed me. Good God, Steven Universe is getting good at these fourth wall breaking tropes. I feel the whole red on their shirts means something, but for now I'm stumped. Come to think of it, what kind of father would actually do what Greg did in this scene? And I always keep forgetting he's rich. The real kicker was when we saw this. Now I, for one, was stumped. Couldn't even think of a possible explanation. And by this point, I was just so excited. I'm like, OMG, Blue Diamond, please show her face. Hashtag face reveal. Because if Sapphire and Lapis were any indication, Blue D was bound to be gorgeous. Her voice, her grace, her dialogue, it all kept me captivated and hanging on every word. Then, fucking underwhelming. To say I was disappointed in her character design is a big fucking understatement. And the pure definition of irony is her talk with Greg. whereas they both share a grieving moment for the ones they loved who passed. One's deceased being responsible for the other's death. I didn't think Blue Diamond. I can't seem to comfortably say Blue D with her. I can say Yellow D and Pink D, but Blue D just sounds meh. Maybe with time we'll get used to it. I didn't think Blue Diamond wanted to take Greg at first, but when title names and summaries have been released ahead of time, you sort of just know. We see Blue Diamond's ship, which for the love of God, how did anyone miss this? That thing's the size of my state! Seriously, that hand could lift that whole mountain, easy. That looked weird. Anyone notice Garner's voice is high-pitched, like when she first formed? Wait, is Sapphire the one talking here? Yes! For once, I'm able to tell which gem was talking. Ah! Ha! 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 And when Garnet takes off her visors, is what I live for. Lastly, this corruption song got me thinking. There's a theory that it's Steven's name being called. So, how would corruption exactly work on Steven? A theory for another day? I would love to work on it with the roundtable. Go bug him in the comments and see if he replies. Anyway, thanks y'all so much for clicking to watch. Please do not forget to read my books on Wattpad and support me on Patreon. And as always, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay awesome. This is TVC signing out.